Hi. Can you hear that? It's the sound of the forest in the wee hours of the morning. That too. Your assignment, God uses the wee hours of the morning sometimes to drop things in your heart. I was just encouraging a young mom in ministry, and I remembered that two key points. One of them was when my first daughter was a baby. The federal law had just passed, and the FBI was on television. I flipped on the news because I was taking care of her, and the FBI said, "We have nowhere to put these people. We are not social workers." And I began to pray at that moment, "Father, can I open at least two survivor homes for you?" And he said yes. We've opened way more than that, but that put me on a journey that brought us to this forest. When we had to come out here to spec it, to see how difficult it would be to build what God called us to build. And because we were out here, we were alerted to a different property that was owned, we were told, by Times Square Church. So I went to the property, I looked at the location, and I told one of the staff there, I said, "This has everything on our wish list except for a horse farm. Like, it really has everything. It's turnkey." And she said, "It's funny you should mention that, because before David Wilkerson died, God put it on his heart to prep this property for a horse farm. He cleared the whole upper level, got municipal approvals, and was getting ready to build a barn and ship up some of his horses from Texas." So we moved into this forest in July of 2016. We were open and operational in December of 2016. That particular assignment was tied from 5 different organizations, including Times Square Church, our CAN ministry, a Hoving Home Team Challenge, and Calvary Temple. God had such a bigger plan. That was just one of those wee hours of the morning moments taking care of my babies. The second one, I just learned the significance of it a week ago. I was with my second child. We had planted our second church plant. I was both the senior pastor, we were really co-pastoring, but and then youth pastoring and momming, all at once. And so I was taking care of her, flipped on TBN. The speaker was what caught my attention. It was Mick Ayuni, one of the Amazon men who speared the 5 missionaries back in the 50s. That's the guy. And I began to pray at that moment, "God, send Acquire the Fire battle cry to New Jersey. I want our youth to see something so much bigger than themselves." And God did it. I learned about other pastors that had the same vision. We worked together, and God did so many miracles. The keynote speaker was an unknown David Tyree, who 2 weeks before our event caught the bull that won the Super Bowl for the Giants. But what I didn't know was one of the pastors. He's been helping us with he's a campus pastor of one of our largest churches in the state. And when he heard this story that I was encouraging this young mom with, he said, "You don't understand. I was a church kid and I was suicidal, and Jesus set me free and saved me at that Acquire the Fire battle cry." Your assignment is tied to so many other people's assignments. Children that I taught and ministered to 35, 36, 37 years ago that are leading in the LA Dream Center, that are in Tanzania working with the Maasai tribe and victims of human trafficking and child marriage. Unseen moments, those challenges, those all-nighters with the youth, like all of these spaces that you might be in, even up late at night or in the wee hours of the morning, momming, they matter. They are part of something so much bigger than you may realize. Share the testimonies of these things, because just like I was sharing that testimony, and then I learned that my life impacted the person that was impacting my life. Praise God.